brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. Okay, we hear a lot of folks with their predictions on the season, Shaq. Looking at the Western Conference, you don't hear the Phoenix Suns mentioned very much. How come? Are people sleeping on them?
Yeah, they probably are sleeping on them, Ernie, because you know what? We don't hear their name a lot because there's not a lot of big names on this team. But I tell you what, they're very talented. And my favorite player on this team, Gerald Skywalker Green. I just gave him a name, Skywalker Green. This kid can flat out fly. Been out of the league for a couple years, reemerged himself, come back, and he's on top right now. Phoenix Suns, do not sleep on the Phoenix Suns.
How do you do that? How do you come up with these names just on the spur of the moment?
Simple math, Ernie. I just picked one of my degrees to pull from. I have 4. Would you like to know them?
Yes, I would.
Street, bachelor's, master's, and doctorate.
That's enough of that. It's almost game time. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Jazz starting lineup.
Starting at center, wearing number 0-611 from Kentucky, Ennis Cantor. On the guard line, wearing number 3 at 6'1" from Michigan, Trey Burke. Guard line wearing number 10 at 6'6" from Colorado, Alec Burks. Starting at forward, number 15 at 6'10" from Georgia Tech, Durant. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 20, Gordon Hayward. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Utah Jazz.
The Jazz look to take charge at Energy Solutions Arena here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're going to bring it to you live. The Utah Jazz coming to this one following a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Bledsoe is out there with Dragic, and it's Green in at the small forward.
You look at the Morris twins out there, Markieff and Marcus. Defensively, you've got to check those jersey numbers just to make sure you know who you're guarding.
Hayward from outside, and he gets it to go.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Dragic kicks to Morris. Bledsoe at the elbow. Here's Plumlee. Hayward grabs the board. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Burks with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Hayward kicks to Burks. Favors with a screen on Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Here's Burks. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And Markieff Morris, a little taller, a little bigger, 6'10", 245, but he and Marcus still get confused for one another all the time.
I'm still waiting for the day they swap jerseys at halftime when one of them is in foul trouble, but who knows? But, they're just two rock-solid NBA players, very skilled. They're going to be around in the league for a long time.
Yes, they will be. That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Burke kicks to Burks. Feeds it to Hayward. Fires the three. And Utah another three.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Dragic. Here's Green. Blocked.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Burke with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Burke dishes to Burks. Favors with a screen on Bledsoe. Burks kicks to Burke. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
Hayward kicks to Burks. Here's Burke. He dishes it to Hayward. Baseline jumper. He squares up and sinks it. Hayward's got 8 points.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Outside Dragic. Plumlee sets the pick for Dragic. And the wide open shot from Green. Misfires after coming off the pick.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Burke the pass to Favors. Now the dish to Burke. Nice ball movement by Utah. Burks kicks to Hayward. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Suns trail by 3.
Well, for the Suns, a smaller backcourt with Eric Bledsoe and Goran Dragic playing together, but, they'll mix it up. And depending on matchups, they've had tremendous success playing those two guys together because both have old school guard skills. They can handle it, they can create, they can get to the rim, and they can knock down jumpers.
And one thing with Bledsoe and Dragic, they both have had experience playing alongside other point guards. Bledsoe with Chris Paul in L.A., Dragic alongside Lowry in Houston, Steve Nash with his first stint in Phoenix. And that may have helped them in learning to play off of the ball at times.
Plumlee hits them both. And with the Phoenix Suns, Clark, having 2-point guards, it helps them get out and run.
Yeah, you've got decision makers and finishers and playmakers at both guard spots, and that really helps them play the way they want to play, which is a free-flowing, freestyle, high-octane type approach. And it's fun to watch, and it's very effective for them.
So it's Phoenix now. Suns have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. It's Dragic with the drive. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Utah trailing here. Burke dishes to Hayward. They set the screen. Cantor, the pass to Hayward. Now, here's Burke. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 3, and Favors kicks to Burks. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
Well, it was a disappointing season series a year ago. They split against a team they thought they should have handled pretty easily.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Gerald Green played a big role last season for the upstart Suns. He shot well from long range, and of course, the former dunk contest champ, more than capable of finishing around the rim.
Well, look here at last year in the NBA, where the Jazz ranked 14th in fewest turnovers per game, 18th in opponent offense. And for blocks, interior defense, not a strong point for them, just top 20 in the league.
Jazz trail by 3. And for a player who was basically cast off by the Pacers, Gerald Green, Clark, played a career high in minutes with the Phoenix Suns.
Really happy for Gerald Green. He is instant offense, a tremendously talented player. He's gone a long way to get back to the NBA, but he seems to be solidly anchored in now.
Now here's Burke. A shot by Hayward, wide open. The Jazz with another miss. Bledsoe left side, outside Dragic. Green against Hayward. The drive by Green. He got right to the cup using that screen. Green's got 7 points.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
And Favors kicks to Burks. Burke dishes to Burks. In the corner, it's Hayward. Passes it to Burke. Can they get it? Here's Favors. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
It's Dragic with the drive. The pass to Bledsoe. Dragic kicks to Plumlee. He feeds it to Dragic. Outside, Green. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Green's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns. Jazz trail by 6. Now Burke, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the pick. Cantor, the pass to Hayward. Plays it up and banks it in.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to Plumlee. Bledsoe left side. Plumlee dishes to Bledsoe. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Now, here's Burks. And here's Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. Cantor, a follow-up flush.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Enes Kanter was the 3rd overall pick back in 2011, drafted out of Kentucky, where he actually never played a game there due to ineligibility. But it's a bit of a gamble because of that. Not sure he's completely delivered on those lofty expectations yet.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Marcus Morris comes in for Markieff Morris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And Thomas subbed in for Goran Dragic. Tolliver, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And for Cantor last season, Clark, a big uptick in minutes, but his productivity actually regressed somewhat.
Well, Kevin, the shooting percentages went down, as did his blocks and steals. But remember now, he's only 22 years old, and it's not always a straight line of progression to play. There are occasional detours before you bounce back up to that next plateau.
So it's Phoenix now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Thomas passes to Tolliver. Back to Thomas. Kicks it to Tolliver. Thomas up top. Just could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. Jazz have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Exum kicks to Gobert. Pass to Hood. To the paint. Off the screen. Nice shot by Gobert.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And that one's good. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Out left to the wing. Here's Booker. And Utah again with the bucket. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now, here's Thomas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Dishes it to Nova. Booker inside. He's against Morris. A nice shot by Booker.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Tie game in Utah. And we'll be back right after this.
Next Friday, November 7th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets, live from Denver. Don't miss it.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Setting the floor for the Suns. Marcus Morris is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Warren in at the small forward position. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Thomas goes in. Novak grabs the board.
Coach Hornacek, a self-professed math guy, he was an accounting major at Iowa State, so he likes the numbers, he uses the analytics, and somebody who really encourages his team to jack up as many three-pointers as possible.
They set the screen. Poked loose, stolen by Thomas. Here's Tucker, hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Here's Hood. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Hood's got 5 points now in the quarter. Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a look back to last season, the year Isaiah Thomas had 12th in assists, 17th in scoring. And he was very solid from the foul line, closing out the year among the top 20 in terms of free throw percentage.
And you pointed out his assist numbers, Steve. Again and again, he showed this remarkable ability to deliver the ball to his teammates on time and on target.
That free throw good from Tolliver.
Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home court advantages in the NBA here at Energy Solutions Arena. You combine the altitude with these rowdy fans, tough place to get a road win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Gobert. Alec Burks comes in for Hood, and Trey Burks subbed in for Exum. And he makes both free throws. Well, you talk about this crowd here in Salt Lake City, the construction, the physical structure here, this arena really puts the crowd right on top of the action.
And that really does have an effect, Kevin. Players and refs feel the fans as much as they hear them there.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Burks. Dragic with some nice D.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
A floater, and the shot by Warren, no good. Utah has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Pass to Novak, three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the pick. And the wide-open shot from Warren. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And the Suns lead by 3.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Hayward with the ball. He's got 10. Here's Burke. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Burke's got his first 2 points of the night. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Dragic dishes to Plumlee. The feed to Thomas. Goes up the baseline, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Assist from Miles Plumlee.
Jazz trail by 3. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Burks. That's good. Burks has got his first points in this one. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, the Suns bringing in Isaiah Thomas this summer. Coach Jeff Hornacek said, quote, Isaiah is another guy who can create a lot of things for us. We want to push the pace and keep it going for all 48 minutes. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull a little Don Nelson and put 3 point guards out there at once. Guys, that'd be fun to see.
They love players who can create in the pick and roll, Doris. He fits. Novak, the pass to Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. The 11-footer, and Utah again with the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And the basket by Thomas.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
And the Jazz call time here.
Isaiah Thomas, a 20-point-per-game scorer last season, and putting up those points with great efficiency, too. And this came despite strained ligaments in his shooting wrist and other nagging injuries, and yet he continues to give production.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Thomas. Here's Cantor. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And for Thomas, he'll always have his doubters because of his stature.
Yeah, he's only 5'9", and that might be generous, but man, does he pack a lot of game into that frame. I mean, he gets after it at both ends. He's a competitor. He's confident. But great as he is on offense, he does tend to give up a little bit at the other end. And that's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end and be more aggressive.
And Favors kicks to Hayward. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Gordon Hayward unable to reach an agreement on a contract extension with the Utah Jazz last season, so instead it played out in restricted free agency. A player with a lot of admirers around the league. A big raise, certainly a given for him.
And for Hayward, in a contract year, upping his rebounding and Steve his passing rates, but his shooting numbers did take a dip.
I think that's the key for Hayward's future, Kevin. He's got to be very consistent from the perimeter to become an all-star. He's already such a terrific all-around player, but if he can be really solid from the perimeter and consistent, look out.
Hayward hits them both. Gordon Hayward with an unusual pattern dating back 6 years, back and forth. Great three-point shooting one season, and then Clark awful the next.
You know, it's a bit puzzling, Kevin. You look at the numbers from 2009 to 2014. Up and down, up and down. Last season around just 30%. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's a pretty rare one, no doubt. And I'm sure Gordon, with his work ethic, is going to try to smooth that good three-point shooting out and sustain it for a while.
Unloads. That one a little long.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And for Hayward, his role and responsibilities have steadily increased each season, but his scoring efficiency has steadily dropped in the opposite direction. Is he cut out for the role of primary scorer and shot creator? I think that's the question. The numbers to this point raise some doubts.
Burks with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. The shot's good from Cantor.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Suns leading by 3.
And for Hayward, asked to score in isolation much more last season, definitely a challenge for him. He's a gifted ball handler and passer, really good all-around player. But he's been most effective scoring off the ball, whether cutting to the rim or filling the lane in transition.
Green, he's checked in for Plumlee.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 7th in scoring, 7th in steals, and they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
But I think the key stat for that club last year was points per game. They were in the top 10. That was really what they tried to do. That was how they tried to establish themselves each and every game. Get out, run, get good shots, and try to outscore the opponent.
Now here's Burke. He kicks it to Brooks. Over to the left wing. Out left to the wing. Hayward against Bledsoe. From about 19 feet and off the front iron, and in it goes. Hayward's got 16 points.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive from 13 feet. It goes down. And the Suns lead by 3.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Burks dishes to Burke. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. Suns leading by 3. Into Green. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Dragic. Hayward kicks to Burke. There's the 3. And the shot is good. Burks got 5 points now in the quarter.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter. The Phoenix Suns franchise with the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
Burks kicks to Burke. 1:14 left in the first half. Cantor, the pass to Hayward. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by Warren.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Let's take a look at Trey Burke's numbers. Last season's stats for him, he was around 12 points a game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And I think the playmaking really stands out to me that he's been doing it. So many times the plays he can generate seem to change the momentum of a game.
I agree wholeheartedly there. I mean, it's underestimated what his passing brings to this team.
Favors with the screen. Here's Cantor. Another shot, and it's Favors laying it in. Favors got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
They set the pick, and it's Bledsoe off the drive. For Phoenix, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
First free throw is good. And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hood comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Exum in for Alec Burks. Morris is checked in for the Suns. P.J. Tucker comes in for Goran Dragic. Second free throw, no good.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Here's Gobert, here's Burke, and he gets it to go. Burke's got his 3rd basket of the night. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
And that's not even close. And the first half ends in a close one. Suns lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, how do you rate the team's performance thus far, and what are you expecting in the second half?
I mean, you know, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
Goran, thanks for the time. Gotta love it when they battle, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the 3rd.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he's got 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Utah has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Jazz, pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Favors plays the 4 with Cantor at the 5. And it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. The Suns leading. Gerald Green, hot and cold throughout his career, drafted 17th back in 2005. Steve, the 2007 dunk contest champ, we were there to see that. Been out of the league for over 2 seasons.
Well, Kevin, he was even waived by his teams in Russia and China. So you think about how much he's improved. It's incredible. He's always had the talent to play in this league. I think, had to figure out his niche and understand, how to limit his mistakes. But last year, a terrific campaign for him.
And you talk about Green's dunk contest win. It's 6'8" with a 39-inch vertical. I think that 39 might be low. I've seen Gerald put his head in the rim and look down. And I mean in games, hey, I can't even do it justice trying to describe it. Just go online and look up some of Gerald Green's dunks. You'll be amazed.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Then you look at Green's athleticism. I think he can continue to improve as far as rebounding and defense. He has all the tools to be an impact player at that end as well.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, as you know, Isaiah Thomas has had to work his whole life. He's been overlooked at nearly every level, but just uses it to fuel his play. As Thomas said, I just play my heart out. That's how I've known how to play since day one. I've always been the smallest guy on the court every time I've been on it. It's no different. I just like to play hard. Guys, back to you.
Not the biggest guy, but boy, he is quick, Doris. I think that's one of his advantages. Now Burke, he's got 7. 90 seconds now into the second half. Favors, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Derek Favors, a really nice fit in Utah. Tough, has a low-key, low-maintenance personality. Doesn't seem to get bothered by attention and accolades. All he does is work.
That free throw missing. And Favors last season, guys, signing a 4-year extension with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in Utah, and they've certainly been happy to have him. A foundational piece for this team, no question.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
Dragic dishes to Bledsoe. Back to Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 6, and he gets it to go. Green's got 17 now.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, a strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Plumlee sets the pick for Green. The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. Jazz trail by 6. Utah calls timeout.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Derek Favors.
And let's take a look at the stat sheet here for Eric Bledsoe. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. I mean, this young guy is explosive.
Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. Up and in on the layup. And it's an 8-point Suns lead.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Burke, the pass to Burks. Stolen by Bledsoe. Dragic with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Feeds it to Hayward. 5 on the clock. Shoots a fader. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
The Jazz making a switch here. Novak's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Tolliver comes in for Markieff Morris. And Thomas subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Burke kicks to Novak. Now here's Burke, guarded closer. Novak dishes to Burke. The shot no good, and Phoenix will come the other way.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Green, no luck.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Burke, the pass to Burks. He dishes it to Burke. Burks kicks to Burke. And here's Hayward. He's got 16. Shot to stop the drought. That's good. Hayward's got 18 points.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Dragic dishes to Plumlee. Shot from the low block. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Plumlee's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Suns. Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Burke kicks to Booker. Burke with it. He's got 7. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dragic the pass to Plumlee. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Utah has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Well, guys, the Utah Jazz, one of the better front offices, I think all would agree, in the NBA, narrowly missing the playoffs in 2013. And they saw this loaded 2014 draft class, and Steve, they decided to go young.
Well, tough to let Paul Millsap and Al Jefferson just walk away, but you know, there's a plan in place, and the Jazz felt like they needed to go young. They didn't want to tie themselves up long-term with contracts that would just lead to mediocrity. So the rebuild is on, and this team does have some talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert's checked in for Hayward. Hood comes in for Burks, and it's Exum in for Burke. Exum kicks to Novak. And it's Exum in the corner. Connects from the three-point range. Exum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you know, for the Jazz, you look at this lineup of Trey Burke, Alec Burks, Gordon Hayward, Enes Kanter, Derek Favors. I mean, they're all 24 years or younger. I think this is a team that can grow together, and we've talked about it before, continuity being such an important piece of a successful team. And they've already shown they can win ball games, so I'm interested to watch this group grow together and see where they can get to.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second chance points. There was one other thing he talked to them about. He told them to move with purpose on the perimeter, use screens, and find those open outside shots. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, the Jazz, I think, still in this rebuild, but it's interesting. They've got a lot of young assets trying to make a break from the middle. You've got young talent, cap space, draft picks, big goals in mind. They're looking beyond just fighting for a playoff spot.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
And Booker kicks to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. They get it again. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Gobert. Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Now, here's Thomas, guarded closely. Again, Dragic missing. Utah's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Exum dishes to Booker. Here's the screen. Here is Novak. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Hood, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's now only a 1-point Suns lead. We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Phoenix calls timeout.
You know, one thing you like when you look at this young Jazz team is the size that's already in place there. Not only size, but good, young, strong players that have some athleticism. And that'll serve you well when you do make your way to the playoffs, because it allows you to play on playoff-type basketball, which is usually more physical and played more in the half court.
Here is Tolliver. There's the dish to Dragic. Now, here is Morris. 6 to shoot. Thomas passes to Tucker. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Tucker's got 8 points. And many of the Jazz players travel to a training center in Santa Barbara, California in the offseason.
Yeah, they work on their athleticism and explosiveness, and there's been some impressive results. In fact, you look at the athletes in the NBA today, the training methods far more advanced than in the days before.
Novak kicks to Booker. Shoots from 14. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Tolliver's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tucker dishes to Dragic. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Suns have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So both teams making some changes here. Good on the second free throw.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Exum passes to Favors. Here's Hood. Top of the key, Exum. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Hood.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Suns on top, up by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter.
Next Tuesday, November 4th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. It's the real deal.
Suns leading by 3. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Thomas is out there with Bledsoe. And it's Tucker in at the 3. Stolen by Exum. Now Burks. And here's Exum to the inside. Cantor, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Cantor's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Phoenix has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And Plumlee kicks to Bledsoe. Passes it to Morris. He feeds it to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Thomas. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 3.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And that one's good.
They're getting on the roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Here's Tucker, and that one is hammered home. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Exum dishes to Burks. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Suns leading by 3. Outside Thomas. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Isaiah Thomas, the last pick of the 2011 draft, number 60 overall. Normally a player in that role doesn't even make the team, but he had an outstanding rookie season, and he's earned his minutes. He's become a quality NBA player.
And Isaiah Thomas held down the starting point guard spot with the Kings for 3 years. They brought in a number of challengers at that point guard spot over the years. Aaron Brooks, Jimmer Fredette, Gravis Vasquez. Thomas kept giving them the Heisman. He sent them all away to play somewhere else.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Green's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. As well as Thomas played in Sacramento, they pursued trades for him. They seem to be looking for more of a defensive, pure point guard play.
Perhaps a case of looking at what a guy can't do instead of emphasizing what he can do. It seemed like the writing was on the wall that he'd end up somewhere else, but a nice 4-year, $27 million contract on an up-and-coming team. I would have to say he's got to be pretty satisfied with how it's all worked out for him.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And one other thing I would add is the mid-range game has been really impressive. I mean, they're showing great touch on some of those 15, 17-footers.
And that one falls for Burke.
Boy, Trey Burke, Columbus's own, has been a hand-in-glove fit for the Utah Jazz. He missed the first 11 games of last season with a fractured finger, and the Jazz won just one of those 11 games. Once he was healthy, He made a big difference bringing his team back to life.
Burke hits them both. And the Jazz making a draft day trade to acquire Trey Burke, giving up the 14th and 21st picks to Minnesota. Steve, to take him 9th overall.
Well, they saw a young player who dominated college basketball and seemed ready to take over their starting point guard spot from day one. I think they feel like they've found their point guard of the future. This kid is really good.
Jazz trail by 5. That's good.
And now both of these clubs are really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Thomas kicks to Plumlee. Here's Green. Misses off the left iron.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Burks with it. Hayward passes to Burks. Kicks it to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Stolen by Bledsoe. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Bledsoe kicks to Thomas. Good. Thomas got 6 in the quarter.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here's Burks, and there's another one for the Jazz.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Suns leading by 3. Bledsoe outside. Outside Thomas. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Just 5 to shoot. And Thomas, here we go. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's the way you play defense. He saw the hop step a mile away and got in the path to disrupt it.
Jazz have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Burks kicks to Cantor. Rebound by the Suns. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Miles Plumlee, Steve, buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana, but the Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scola trade without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because he fits right into what they're trying to do.
Free throw good, Green.
And the Suns' top draft pick, Alex Len, dealt with ankle issues last season. That being the case, how big was Plumlee for them? I mean, he's a big-time glass eater inside and above-the-rim finisher to help force the D to collapse. He's a guy that I think has tremendous upside and is extremely athletic for a front-line player.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Plumlee still working to expand his skill set, but you don't find many 7-footers who can uncork a 40-inch vertical leap. I mean, his athleticism sets him apart.
Here's Favors. They get it back. A second chance effort. Hayward can't hit.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities. You know, the Phoenix Suns have actually drawn a lot of influence from the Boston Celtics. They've hired several personnel people in the management and on the coaching staff from the Celtics organization, and they've even implemented the Tom Thibodeau-style defensive system that originated with that Celtic club back in the day.
Free throw good, Green. Well, you talk about the Celtics and their connection with the Suns, both franchises with great histories. Boston with the league-leading 17 championships, But Phoenix, and this may surprise some, with the 4th best win percentage all time.
Yeah, that is surprising. Did not know that little nugget. And, last season, though, they missed the playoffs for the 4th straight season, Kevin. That hadn't happened since '75, right around the team's founding. Suns fans are really accustomed to playoff basketball out there.
Now, here's Burke. He's guarded by Thomas. Burks dishes to Cantor. Hayward against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Hayward passes to Favors. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Suns call time here. If you can go over 500 on the road, you usually are a playoff team, and that wasn't the case, however, with the Phoenix Suns.
You're right, Kevin. They did finish barely over 500 on the road last year, but it just wasn't enough, even as impressive as that feat is.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thomas kicks to Bledsoe. Now, here is Morris. He's covered by Favors. Thomas inside. That drops. And the Suns lead by 6.
Really was a letdown for the Suns, who played so well all season, to miss the playoffs by 1 game, especially how good they were on the road.
Burke kicks to Favors. Plumlee with the steal. Outside Thomas. There's the pick. Off the screen. Another one falls for Phoenix.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
And with the Suns again here, had they made the playoffs, their ability to get wins on the road would have made them a very dangerous team to play. They had an outstanding road record. Unfortunately, things just didn't work out well enough for them to get into the playoffs.
Clock at 4. Here's Burks. Sinks the 15-footer.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Now, here's Thomas. Tight defense on him. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Jazz trail by 6. Burke dishes to Hayward. So here's Burks. Down low. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Blocked. Tries again. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
15 seconds on shot.
Right side, Thomas. Outside, Green. Inside, shot clock at 6. And the shot is good.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And Phoenix making a change here. Dragic has checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
And thank you for that, Doris. Plumlee, the pass to Morris. On the wing, Green. Clock at 6. Here's Plumlee. Utah with the rebound. Burks has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Burke kicks to Favors. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Derek Favors, 8 rebounds and 9 points.
Shooting for Utah, Derek Favors. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And so Favors nails both of them.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
Phoenix calls timeout. They lead by 4. 1:36 left in the fourth. Now, here is Morris. He's covered by Favors. Now, here's Bledsoe. Green with a screen for Bledsoe. Outside, Dragic. Shot clock at 5. Elbow shot is on the way. Jump shot is good. And the Suns lead by 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And the Jazz call time here. They're down by 6. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Now Burke. Hayward dishes to Cantor. Cannot hit. Suns leading by 6. Here's Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 56 seconds left in the game. Here's Burke. Hits the close-range jumper. Here is Bledsoe. Pass to Morris. On the wing, Green. This is to Morris. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Here's Favors. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Shooting for Utah, Derek Favors. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Both teams deciding to change it up. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 8. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Good win. Good.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Trevor Booker.
– 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
At the line for your Jazz, Trevor Booker. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. So the Suns win it. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, congratulations on the win tonight. A game where you certainly had some nice bench production. What does it take for this team to play at its best?
I mean, everybody's playing hard, you know, even the guys from the bench. You know, we need everybody, even including the bench. Everybody has to be focused, play hard, and especially in defense.
Playing hard is always a great starting point. Goran, congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Eric Bledsoe.